right, Pit Nation. Oh, you look gorgeous. Pit Nation, this is Savage Annie with Into the Pit. I am here. Is it Darius or Darius?
Darius.
Okay.
I'm used to everything. Yeah. Darius, you know.
Darius. That's new.
I get them all, man.
So you guys just played Rage Fest and went through that tour with it. You also had a tour right before that. You guys have been touring a lot.
Yeah, we were on the road quite often. Yeah.
And you released an album last July, which was amazing, by the way.
Thank you very much.
It was killer. You guys must be super stoked because this is the first date of your new tour coming out for Killer Be Killed. So busy year. What is the one tour or tour city that's been like so far, like the up and up?
Like just generally overall tours, kind of like the spot we get excited about, or
extra mind blowing.
Yeah,
because they're all mind blowing.
Yeah.
What was the extra?
Minneapolis always does really well for us. I always get really excited to play there. People just go fucking crazy for us every time we play there. So I love playing there. I love playing Florida. Our Tampa show last time we played there on Rage Fest was insane. Yeah, so that was great. Orlando's got a great scene. Texas is always really cool. I love playing California, home area and stuff. But I would say definitely Minnesota and Florida are my favorites.
Cool. And so you have this raw, aggressive like tone in your voice. Like you really like rage at it. So with that being said, like your vocals are amazing as is, but have you ever had the pressure or the thought to go with clean vocals from either a record label or just creatively?
We're often told by people, I hear it in the industry a lot, like the way you have to, like if you want to like make it or whatever, is like you're gonna have to be open to clean vocals and stuff. And I don't necessarily believe in that. I do get why people say that, you know. These types of vocals they turn off a lot of people, you know. It's not for everybody, you know. But I do think that the emotion behind this kind of music is something everybody can relate to. And I think it's more of like, I think being seen rather than being heard necessarily. I think our live show is something that like translates better always than just like hearing the music itself. A lot of people are like, that's a noise. When you see it, it's like this, like
it's a whole nother,
it's an experience. And then then it clicks and you get it. And I think that's what a lot of people like don't really see in the, you know, broad, I guess, scheme of music, you know. Before they even give it a chance, they wouldn't go to that kind of show, you know. So I think that I have gotten some pressure to do it before. My like core fan base is like, absolutely the fuck not, please never do that, you know. I do like to experiment here and there. There is like pitch screaming, I guess you would call it, in a lot of spite. But I think as far as like clean vocals go, it's not really something I really entertain much. But I don't know if you listen to like Rob Zombie or anything, but he does this stuff. It's like dirty cleans. You know what I mean? I wouldn't consider it like singing, but like I would love to do stuff like that, you know, maybe sometime, but we'll see.
I think it would be good as like a mashup where it's like half and half, but not like a full song, because I'd be like, who is this? Is this Spite?
The way I see it is like Spite is an angry, pissed off band. And like when you're pissed off and angry, are you singing? You know? You're screaming. So, I mean, if I'm singing, I'm obviously not too angry about things. So.
Yeah, I was watching your interview. I forget who it was with, but the question was about the inspiration for your new album. And you kind of went into how religion was kind of in there because of the hypocrisy there, and like your best friend could stab you in the back, and it doesn't matter how beautiful you think things are going to be, they're going to end up getting fucked up. So like that was a perfect explanation for all the lyrics in your new album. Which, like, lyrically, like I've been reading from your EP all the way up, and like the writing has evolved.
Thank you.
And in a great way. So
thank you very much.
Really, I don't think you guys are doing anything wrong with not doing clean vocals. That kind of ties into my next question about the lack of non-satellite radio playability for the metal genre when you get into the more screaming and growl-esque vocals and the more grungy stuff. Hardcore and slam metal does not play on 92.3 or 94.1 or whatever radio station out there. And so do you feel that kind of caps where bands and the genre itself can grow without changing their sound and stifling their creativity? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I guess it's all about where you want it to be, I think metal in general is like an underground thing. So I don't think the radio really, in my opinion, is like means too much, like there will become a phase where like underground music is actually mainstream, but still considered underground, people just a lot of people want to just do what's like in or cool or like what not everyone else is doing, which turns out being what everyone else is doing, so there will come a time, I think, where I believe metal will be that thing and it will be mainstream, so I don't think radio is necessarily the key. I think it's word of mouth, it's how you carry yourself, it's what you believe in, you know what I mean?
It's how many elbows you put out in the world.
Yeah. So there's always going to be a market for this music, and when the time comes, everyone else will roll with it too for a while, I think.
Yeah, great answer. What is the song that you connect most to playing? Like, what is that song that expels the most rage and hatred and anger? Like, that just is like that emotional conduit.
Yeah. I think so. On the old album, the self-titled, there are some songs that I made up that are almost like scenarios that don't hit so personally. They're just generally like angry songs, and then there's the ones that, thank you. And then there's the ones that like mean a lot more to me, I think that Nothing is Beautiful is more of like basically every song on that album really meant something, so when I play the songs off that album, it really, like Despise, I mean, even when I listen back to Despise myself sometimes, I'm like, good fuck, like this is so angry. I'm like, wow. That is, in my opinion, like I'm achieving what I always wanted to do. When I made the band, I was like, I want, like when I'm angry, I want to create that thing that would like satisfy that feeling. And when I listen to Despise, I'm like, that's it. That is the epitome of spite, I think Spite or Despise is probably the song that really gets it going. On the old stuff like Snap. Snap is a really angry one. So yeah, I think Despise would probably be the one.
Sweet.
A song we don't play live very much, Self-Destruct. That's my favorite one on the album. But
lyrically, that one is pretty intense.
Thank you. It is very intense. It's very bold. Like, hold nothing back, But I feel like that song, and kind of as a band, we consider playing it all the time, but it's just like the way that song ends and the album like finishes is very hard to translate how we want it to live. And we just don't want that to fall short, So we're still working the kinks out,
I think if you ever do a huge, like, not a tour, but like a big like work tour or
it's a production.
Yeah, like something where you have a larger stage to play with, you guys can really bring that one.
Absolutely. And it's a long song, so it's something that you need the time to play with.
10 minutes, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Let me throw some elbows. Let me just push somebody. So what is the biggest challenge for you guys as a band, other than obviously choosing which songs to play live?
Biggest challenge?
I know you guys have been like going on the road a lot.
Yeah, we tour all the time. It's tiring for sure, It's a lot of us like kind of struggle a little bit when we're home. Don't really know, like, we tour so much that when we're home, it's like, what do I do? Like it's hard to like go back and forth between like this insane lifestyle and then just nothing, and we all have to find ways to like stay busy and like almost keep that creativeness going and stuff. And like, you know, obviously writing music helps and all that. I write a lot of my music while I'm on tour, you know, because when I'm in that like zone, you get, you know, more and more creative. You know what I'm saying? When you're surrounded by it every day. Where I'm at home, it's a much more calm environment, and it's not as easy, you know?
Yeah, I know a lot of people who tour, when they go home, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't like to
just decompress, and they're like, fuck the world.
Who always want to, like, my family be like, hey, maybe thinking of a vacation. I'm always like, I don't know. Like, it's nice that you want to do that, but
I just traveled to like 50 cities.
Exactly.
Like,
my girlfriend lives in Florida, and like I already, like, between tours, I'm always flying. We're flying back and forth, taking turns there, and like it's enough. Like, I think I'm good off traveling when I get home.
I feel you, man.
But yeah, getting used to the back and forth lifestyle is difficult as a band. And then I guess we're hitting a point in our career kind of where all of us are very obviously dedicated and involved to this. And just like writing new music and stuff, it used to be very, very effortless. And now it's something that like taking a lot more time on and stuff, and we're taking new approaches to writing, and I don't want that to like spook anybody, you know, oh my God, Spite's going to change their sound. Like, nah, it's going to be Spite always.
Well, I mean, music is this ever-growing, ubiquitous thing that's constantly evolving.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, as a band, if you're not evolving in your creativity, are you really succeeding in creating new and interesting music yourself? It's not even necessarily for the fans.
It's not, yeah.
It's for you,
and
like the band is you.
There comes a point where like it's not for the fans. Like obviously when you start a band, I feel like personally for the right reasons, it's for yourself. And that's why Spite comes off so genuine, and I feel like people attach to the music better is because it was written for me, you know? So it's more real that way. But there also is a point where like, if you don't consider the fans, you know, you get too lost in what you want to do, and then you lose why people liked you in the first place.
I think there's a fine line between being, you know, self-serving,
exactly,
and,
you gotta
and being
gotta
one
mesh
with your
it.
fans and kind of appreciating their support. And,
exactly.
And
you can't disregard them.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just be like, well, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like they gave you the platform. You know, so you gotta respect them.
Do you guys have any random rituals on the road before a show, or like is there like a must-stop restaurant when you go through certain states or something?
Yeah, like well today, I mean, we like to go to places that we don't have in California. Like, I mean, there is Cane's, I believe, in Southern California, like scarcely, but we don't have that where we're from. So we ate Cane's today. Cane's is good. Steak and Shake. Waffle House, they're all really just disgusting places, but we don't get to have them, so,
Waffle
you know.
House does some decent food depending on which one you go to.
I've been to a lot of Waffle Houses, and because it's, you know, in the road, it's cheap food, you know.
And it's open 24/7.
Yeah, exactly, 24 hours. You know, when you get out of a show, like nothing's open ever except for these kinds of places.
Yeah.
But we haven't been to Waffle House since this experience, which was on the last tour. I went there and I ordered the steak and eggs. And of course, my mistake for ordering steak at a Waffle House. But, I mean, you don't want to eat the same thing every day.
That's true.
So I gave it a shot, ordered the steak and eggs, got my steak, and a quarter of the steak was blue. Just blue. Like blue, you know, like this pen blue. Like not, yeah, like it was like, that's... what? So I like, as she's giving it to me, I'm like giving it back. I'm like, that's blue. Like, what is that? Oh, I'm sorry, blah, 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 you know, throws away, doesn't charge me for my food or anything. And I just eat whatever the side was. But at that point, all of us were like, I think we're good.
Did you switch to like an IHOP from there on, or?
No, we just,
that sounds rough.
It's rough out there for sure.
Cool. Guilty pleasures on playlists. Do you guys have anything that's like poppy or
yeah,
like
I mean, we
really
don't
off
all
the
listen
wall?
to metal all the time. You know, when you're at a metal show all day, you don't get. I mean, I do. I listen to a lot of metal. I can get back into Van Cross metal, but my mates don't always feel the same way. But Project Pat is listened to a lot, thanks to Michael. He's our TM. Alex likes to play like all kinds of music. So like funk music and like obviously I'm not a huge fan of that when he plays it. When I'm driving, I need like, you know, keep me awake, stimulated. Like,
be careful. If I put on like hardcore slam metal while I'm on a road trip, my road rage just spikes.
It'll do it, yeah.
So I stick with like melodic death metal, like
yeah.
I think the most extreme I'll go is like Goat Horn, and then like
okay.
kind of like I need to taper it off after a while.
Yeah. Nothing. I mean, I don't feel guilty about anything we listen to. We'll rock it. We'll put it out there. You know what I mean? We're not ashamed of anything.
It's like a metalhead saying they listen to Nickelback and then like expecting some huge backlash.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Everybody looks like I listen to jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Any last words before we sign off? Any plugs you want to put in for social media? New music might be coming out.
We're definitely working on new music. We have more than half an album right now. Yeah, some are completely finished songs. Some are like almost there. We got a lot of demos in the works. It's coming together. It'll be a while. We want to make sure we do everything exactly how we want it done. We don't want to rush anything and, you know, just put something out because we feel like we have to put something out, you know? But hoping to have a single out pretty soon. Yeah, because there's at least a few that are already there, you know? So yeah, I guess there's that to look forward to. Shout outs. I like to shout out bands that are cool from the Bay Area that I respect and respect me, you know.
Is Animus up there?
Animus is up there. I think some of them are based in other like areas like Washington or something. I don't know why, I could be wrong. But Animus, I know Seth, we worked with him for a while. I'm pretty sure he's from where we're at.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's your plug. I'm just like,
One Vote for Violence. I like to shout those guys out. I think they're going to be the next like up and coming like super heavy like deathcore beatdown band come out from the Bay. And then Wolf King is a really cool band that
heard of them.
Yeah, they're on Prosthetic Records now, I think. Darker, doomier stuff, but crazy.
Yeah.
Like that, and they're good, you know. Big thing I respect about like bands that really like get me to support them is their live show, you know. Any band can sound good on record. If you sound like shit live, like you're not gonna do it for me, you know. Yeah, it's just that's the oversaturation, man, you know.
That does become a problem.
It does.
You can mix master the shit out of something, but if you
Exactly.
can't play it tight and live.
Technology now, it is easy to polish a turd. I'm gonna say.
You can call them turds. They're kind of nice for turds. That's besides the point.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So new music soon. I run a clothing company. I do Outsider Apparel. If you don't know that, just check it out. Yeah, that's about it.
And spikecult.com.
Spikecult.com. Yeah, we got all the merch and stuff up there. Yeah. Appreciate you having me.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm excited to play a Halloween show in Vegas.
Yeah, I brought my T-Rex costume from Pitt.
There we go.
Again.
Looking forward to that.
Yes, again.
Oh, it's a
This
thing.
dance with Silent Speaks. He's
Oh, I thought
interrupting
we
the
had the
interview.
dad.
He's the band dad.
So
He's
actually, I had a
fanboying right
favor to
now.
ask.
Oh, I'm gonna film this just because.
You are, of course. So my son, who's the bassist in Silent Speaks, a year ago, their very first show was opening for you guys here,
Oh, right on.
and they're playing with you guys tonight. My son's been building a drum set on the wall of different bands signed.
Uh-huh.
Would you be able to get all of your band to sign one?
Oh, yeah, easily. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Sweet.
definitely do that for you.
Awesome. I
Of course,
appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah.
And then I'll buy merch as well.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
He's
I'll
so
be back.
abusive. All right, Pit Nation, this is Savage Annie.
See ya.
He's out. I'm out. Bye.